so today's show is going to be on a few topics that I wanted to touch on today. Okay, a few topics that I wanted to touch on today. And again, as I mentioned, it's going to be all over the place. So just bear with me. I think it's going to be a good time. The first topic that we're going to be talking about, guys, is this: work-life balance. And how important it is, right? People always talk about a work-life balance. That's the normal term for it. You want to, whatever you want to call it. You want to call it a work-life integration. You want to call it work and life, whatever it is, they merge together. It is an integration now. And we're going to talk about some of the companies that are really set on you having a great work-life balance. And these are tech companies, okay? Because we know there's some companies that exist out there that, let me tell you like this, doesn't matter if you're working on the weekends, get it done. Doesn't matter if you're working on Sundays, doesn't get it done. Doesn't matter if you have a family. Get it done. There's companies with cultures like that. And if you are looking to make a career transition, maybe that's not the company for you. Maybe one of the companies that we're going to be talking about is the right company for you if you're looking to make a transition in whatever role that it is that you're looking to transition into, okay? We're going to talk about 10 highest rated US companies, right, that have work-life balance, okay? Whatever that means. We're also going to talk about, guys, layoffs. Layoffs continue to happen. Salesforce laid off people. Microsoft has laid off people. We're going to talk about that, layoffs and hiring freezes, because I want you guys to have the latest and greatest information when you are making your career transition, what you need to be looking out for, okay? We also going to be talking about working two jobs. I came across an article about the Canopy CEO who's let go 2 of his engineers, okay, because they were balancing 2 full-time jobs. Is that something that you want to do? And this is going to be more of a, I want your opinion on this topic. Okay, I want your opinion on this topic. Why do I want your opinion? Because many of you guys are already doing it. Many of you guys can get away with it. Okay, if you're doing it, that's fine. But I want to share with you the story of these 2 individuals, at least what the CEO says about these 2 individuals and why he canned them. Okay. Why he canned them. And then last but not least, we're gonna be talking about, guys, remote work. Now that we're working remote, and we've been working remote for over the last, I've been doing it for the last 17 years, so not much to say about that. But for many people, since this pandemic has happened and now it's kind of behind us, we've had an opportunity to work from home. Remote work is the thing now. What are you doing with your free time? Are you starting a side hustle? Are you working out more? Are you spending more time with your family? Are you reading more? Are you developing yourself? What are you doing in your free time? And we're going to talk about a study that came out talking about what people are doing with their free time now that they have to commute less. Okay. And I may touch on some other topics as well, but those are going to be the topics that we're going to be touching on today, guys. And I want you guys to chime into the comments as well. Okay. Let's start off with the work-life balance thing. And I want to talk about this first. Tips that you guys can use to have a better work-life balance before we get to the conversation on the companies, okay? Because I want to share my screen with you guys once we get to that piece of it on the top companies that have a good work-life balance. But I want to talk about things that you can do to achieve a work-life balance, a successful work-life balance, or work-life integration, however you want to call it, okay? I think one of the things that's important is for you to mix and match your responsibilities. What do I mean by that? Well, you think about it. Every individual has 2 halves of life. One is a personal life, right? I share that time with my family. I share that time with Miss Wade. I share that time with my friends. I share that time with, my community. And then there's another life that we have also, which is a professional life. And if you think about it, thinking of your home life and your work life as a blend rather than 2 separate regions that exist, you can establish harmony by thinking of them as a blend, right? So one of the things I do when I'm with my family is be present, right? We can be having dinner or we can, be at a restaurant, but I can take calls at the same time, be on a conference call while I'm with them. That's, mixing and matching responsibilities, right? And it eliminates the mental competition or the conflicts of, hey, dad can only take a conference call while I'm in the office. Dad can only take a conference call, from 9 to 5. No, dad can take a conference call. Sorry, dad can take a conference call while mommy's making breakfast. And I'm sitting there watching her help to quiz the kids on, a spelling test or something like that. Dad can take a conference call while the family is out for a walk or a bike ride, right? That's mixing and matching responsibilities, but that's your responsibility to do such a thing. You have to have a good work-life integration. And then what I do is I blend it too. Another thing that's important is to maintain a schedule that works for you. So time management is crucial. Now, I was really good at time management when I was in grad school. I become a lot more flexible with my time, but I'm still pretty good with time management, knowing that I have a professional job, right? I'm a W-2 employee, right? I run my own company, right? I am a husband. I am a father. So I'm pretty good at time management, okay? Or time management. So I want you guys to think about that is make sure that you know how to block out your calendars and maintain a schedule that works for all, right? I think about my coaching sessions. I coach on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. That's it, right? Wednesdays, Fridays, no coaching calls. You won't find me. You won't be able to book my calendar if you go to the Black Heights website on Wednesdays and Fridays. What is up, Ladder Climbers? I wanted to interrupt this video to talk about coaching. Yes, you need a career coach. Why do you need a career coach? Why? Because the job market is always changing. And with the job market always changing, you need to have the latest and greatest information in order for you to apply and get the job that you want. Number two, you need confidence and clarity. There's so many jobs out there. There's so many positions out there, whether you want to switch into tech or healthcare. There's so much out there, and with so much information, you need to be able to have clarity on what it is that you really want to do and ultimately have the confidence to do so. And number three, you need to be able to sell yourself, guys. You really need to be able to sell yourself. And a lot of times we come in with a whole bunch of humility. Well, when you're approaching a new job and seeking a new job, you need to be able to sell yourself. So guys, go ahead and book your coaching session today. www.bokheights.com. Again, www.bokheights.com. Saturdays and Sundays either, right? Why? Because I have that time for my family, okay? Also think about my work life. I don't take calls a lot of times after 7 p.m. Now I can, and sometimes I will, if I have to, meet somebody in a different time zone, Australia, China, or India, or something like that, I'll take a later call. But that's very rare, okay? So making sure that you maintain an appropriate schedule is also important for you to have a work-life balance and a work-life integration, as one would also say, okay? And I would say this, work with specific goals in mind. So for instance, I have another venture that I'm working on right now. And when I want to block out time, whether it's for that venture or Black Heights or whether it's for my W-2, I have a specific goal in mind. So what I end up doing is if I'm going to work on something, I will set 30 minutes to an hour to it with the specific goal of accomplishing that specific objective. Therefore, when it's accomplished, I'm happy. Therefore, I feel more successful because of the fact that I was able to complete something. I'm a guy who I like to work to something is complete. I can't stand having things out there lingering unless it's a longer project. But if it's something I can knock out right away, like, going to Salesforce and updating sales word or sales, my pipeline or something along those lines, I don't mind spending the 30 to 45 minutes to making sure it's all updated. And once it's done, I'm done with that task and I feel like I've achieved something. Same thing for workouts as well. 30 minutes, get it done, Peloton. 45 minutes, get it done, workout, and so forth. Have a specific goal in mind, and I think that will overall, those 3 tips will help you in your work-life balance, okay? Those are tips that I wanted to share with you guys on having a work-life balance and how much you are responsible for that. Companies, have a culture to allow for you to achieve a positive work-life balance, but it starts with you.